This is the Vibe Gel Memory Foam Mattress. I wanted something that arrives to the door, opens up without drama, and actually supports my back without turning into a heat trap. After real nights on it, the big takeaway is simple. I slept cool and woke up without that nagging lower back ache. This mattress sits in the bed in a box category. It is built for people who want the convenience of quick delivery and easy setup, but still care about balanced support. I am a mixed sleeper who starts on the side and flips to the back during the night, and I like a feel that does not swallow me whole. I also share the bed sometimes, so motion control matters to me. That is the kind of person I am, and that is the lens I am using in this video. The design is straightforward, and the parts that matter show up in daily use. The cover feels more substantial than a lot of budget covers I have touched. It has branding, it is not flimsy, and it does not slide around once the mattress is on the frame. What I noticed the moment it decompressed is that the foam layers under the cover are not cut with surgical precision. The edges are a bit wavy. The cover does not line up with perfectly sharp corners because those corners do not really exist here. That does not change how it feels when I am lying down, but visually it is not perfect. I also paid attention to edge stiffness. When I sit to tie my shoes, the perimeter gives a bit more than a traditional coil mattress would. Lying near the edge feels fine, but long sitting sessions on the edge are not the strong point. Setup is about as simple as it gets. The box is manageable for one person to nudge into the bedroom, though I prefer two people to keep it controlled. The moment I cut the plastic, the mattress started to expand with that slow whoosh that always feels a little satisfying. There is a light, new foam smell that shows up the first few hours. This is normal for compressed memory foam. I cracked a window and let it breathe. In my case, the scent faded quickly and was not an issue the next day. The instructions recommend waiting roughly 24 to 72 hours for full expansion. I let it sit a bit more than a day before sleeping on it. Warmer room temperatures seem to help it reach its shape faster, and I did notice the corners rounding out better after the first night. Once it was ready, I focused on feel, responsiveness, and how quickly it settled when I moved. This mattress lands in that medium firm zone. Pressing a hand into the top showed that classic memory foam contour, but it does not take forever to recover. It springs back fast enough that I never felt stuck. I could turn from side to back without feeling like I had to climb out of a ditch. The top layer is gel-infused memory foam, and that plays into temperature. On warmer nights, I usually wake up feeling sweaty on some mattresses. On this one, I stayed noticeably cooler. It is not cold to the touch, but it clearly holds less heat than dense, old-school memory foam. Performance is where this mattress made its case for me. For pressure relief, my shoulders and hips relaxed into the surface on my side, and my lower back stayed supported on my back. Spinal alignment felt right. I did not wake up with that pinch between the shoulder blades or a tight lower back. The bounce level is low, which is typical of memory foam, but the responsiveness is quick enough that repositioning never became a chore. Motion isolation is very good. I did a simple test where I placed a glass of water near the edge and dropped a weighted object near the center. The ripples stayed tiny. The same thing showed up during sleep. When I got up early, the other side of the bed barely stirred. That is the kind of real-world result that matters if another person or even a pet shares the space. Temperature control deserves another moment because it is often the weak spot for foam beds. I am a warm sleeper, and I gave this mattress a fair test across a few nights with the thermostat set higher than usual. The gel layer and the way the top foam breathes kept my back and shoulders from building up that sticky heat that makes foam feel suffocating. It is not icy, and it does not move air like a coil mattress with a perforated top, but I stayed comfortable through the night. Sheets also slid on easily and did not bunch, which helps with airflow too. I tried a few real-world scenarios. Reading in bed with pillows stacked behind me was comfortable as long as I was not sitting right on the very edge. Watching a video on a tablet, I could lean back and the foam supported the curve of my lower spine without sagging. When I switched to side sleeping, my shoulder eased into the top layer and pressure points faded after a minute or two. Rolling to my back around 2 in the morning, the surface felt level and supportive. I also paid attention to noise. There is essentially no sound. No creaks, no springs, and nothing rubbing under the cover. On mornings when I sat to put on socks, I did notice the edge compress, but when I moved a few inches inward, the support came back immediately. Setup preferences matter with a mattress like this. I placed it on a platform bed with slats that are close together, and that made the base feel solid and even. I also tested it briefly on an adjustable frame. The mattress flexed cleanly with the head raised and the feet elevated, and it returned to flat without warping or leaving ridges. It is light enough to nudge into position when adjusting the frame, but it stays put during the night. Those little quality of life details count. I did not have to fight with the cover or pull the corners to keep it aligned. Once it settled, it stayed smooth. Not everything is perfect. The most visible quirk is the foam cut. The sides look a little uneven, and the cover does not wrap like a tailor-made suit. If a sharp, hotel-style edge matters, this will not hit that note. Edge support is fine for sleeping, but just average for sitting. There is also that unavoidable new foam smell for the first afternoon. If someone is extremely sensitive to scent, it is worth planning a day with a window cracked before the first night. The feel lands in a middle ground. If someone wants a very plush sink or a very firm board-like feel, this is not that. For me, that middle ground was exactly what I wanted, but preferences vary. There are a few thoughtful touches that improve the experience. The top foam has that quick response quality that takes away the stuck feeling while still contouring to the body. The motion isolation is strong enough that I could drop a weight onto one side and not disturb a glass on the other. The cooling performance is noticeable, especially compared to older memory foam I have owned. And the compatibility with platform beds and adjustable frames gives flexibility without needing a box spring. The cover material feels durable enough to handle regular sheet changes without snagging, and it has enough grip that bedding stays in place. A specific use case that sold me was a long work week with too much time at a desk. I came to bed with tight hips and a lower back that needed support more than softness. Lying on my back, the mattress kept my hips from dipping while still letting my shoulders relax. On the side, my shoulder had somewhere to go so the arm did not fall asleep. I woke up feeling steady instead of stiff. On a warm Saturday afternoon nap with the shades open and the room a few degrees warmer, I stayed comfortable without flipping the pillow for a cool spot every 20 minutes. Those little moments add up to a mattress that does its job quietly. By the third night, the last bits of shape had settled, and the corners looked better than day one. The surface feel did not change much, which tells me the foams are not overly softening out of the box. Long-term durability takes time, but the early impression is that the core support is firm enough to hold its form for a while. I will keep an eye on body impressions as the months go on, but there were no early dips. To wrap it up, this mattress makes the most sense for anyone who wants the convenience of a bed in a box with a balanced, medium-firm feel. I am a mixed sleeper who runs warm, and I appreciated the cooling top layer and the way the support kept my spine aligned. I also value a quiet bed with strong motion isolation, and it handled that well. If someone spends a lot of time sitting on the very edge or wants an ultra-plush cloud or a very rigid surface, there are better fits. If someone is picky about flawless edges under the cover, the uneven foam cut might be a distraction. For everyone else who wants a straightforward setup, reliable support, and cooler sleep from memory foam, this is an easy mattress to live with. If this video helped, please subscribe to the channel and drop a comment with any questions or your own experience. Thank you for watching.